G'day guys, Jeff, and we're back for game 3 of Operation Noob. So I'm still running the AEK. Don't really have a choice if I want to have the assault kit and I don't want to use an all kit weapon. So about doors, I think in the first video I mentioned how in squad deathmatch my view on breaking open the doors has changed a little bit. I think it's okay in my mind to actually break the door down in squad deathmatch if you think you're in an area that might have some conflict, because it's obviously better to get out of the way than to stay out in the open. But if you have the time, go through the window. It could be to your advantage. It means that you could camp it up a little bit longer, and if you've got a good headset you can listen out for the door to be broken down. You just got to make sure that when you do hear that noise that you look at the mini-map and see if it's one of your guys, because all too often when you're playing against people who you don't know, they'll just break the door down anyway. So I was focused on one guy there and got taken out from behind. Nothing too much I could do about that. Probably just could have kept up my movement a little bit more. I think for this map I stay out of the houses a little bit more, if I remember correctly. And I'm just showing you one way that you can patrol around the houses. So essentially I sprint to areas where I can easily duck away, and I slow down and or crouch when I think there's a conflict. There was an example that I was talking about of throwing a grenade through a window, and if you rewind you'll be able to hear the enemy yell out grenade. That's because I have the localized voice on. And I know someone's up there. If I had a do-over I probably would have got a grenade first rather than taking the shot and then throwing out the ammo pack, but getting a bit cheeky here, I threw out an ammo pack, hurt him a little bit. That gives me the one-on-one advantage, and then I don't even need to fire first to generally win that engagement because he's already hurt by 15 to 20%, maybe even more. So I heard someone walking around outside, which is why I slowed down here. My headset made me think they were to the left just there, perhaps coming around, and I thought I heard something else, which is why I did the grenade bounce. Now I actually think I was right in the end because of the way I die. If I remember correctly, I can hear the grenade, the person yelling out that there's a grenade, so I think there is someone downstairs. I can hear someone using a 40mm grenade. And there you go, I heard him yell out again, but I was too late. We got the one-on-one kill, so that's fine. So I probably wasted too much time on there, but effectively he was downstairs, I was upstairs, and it was only a matter of time if I ignored him. I saw someone move in the bush there and I threw a grenade. Got a hit marker on him, but throwing the follow-up grenade wasn't successful. So I'll just leave it at that. There's no point chasing that kill. At least I don't think I do chase that kill. Maybe I do. Yep, so I actually come and have a look if he's there. He wasn't. You need to be a bit alert when you're in the spawn areas like I am here. So that's why I'm looking left and right a lot more and walking a bit slower. It's nothing worse than running past someone who just spawns and then shoots in the back. Now that my teammate's down here, he said that he heard some shooting, so I think I actually run all the way down to where he is.
Okay, we got that kill.
Yeah, it's not a bad gun actually. I think it's okay. One-on-one when you're facing the person, it's obviously not good. At longer range, you'll notice this is short and medium range combat with all the houses, really, so the gun shines in that case. But as you see in, I think, game 4, in a bigger map, I don't do so well with it. I think I even go negative. Yes, I go negative. But we'll get to that later. So after I shot out of one window there, I knew I had another advantage point, which is why I changed windows and shot, and then moved windows to shoot again. Just can't miss the broadside of a door here. I don't know what that was about, but so the fire rate of the 1911's been patched, as I've mentioned before, and that guy that I was first interested in, he ended up getting me with the 40mm. I think I did the right thing there by concentrating on who could kill me the easiest by line of sight, which was the opposite house, and the guy with the 40mm who hit the wall and got me, good for him. I mean, he was the guy I was shooting at before, so he knew I was there, but I probably had a better chance of him forgetting that I was there and letting me go. You can see sometimes when I'm at a window I cross the window in a U shape. That's just to limit my view. It also uses some of the dynamic lighting to put me a little bit further into the house. It makes me a little bit harder to see. I think there as well I communicated to my teammates saying someone's downstairs. Now if that house had less protection on the bottom and it was about to collapse, I wouldn't have thrown the 40mm, because there's nothing worse than killing your own teammates with that Destruction 2.0.
I have a visual on some bad guys.
There's a burst fire that allows me to take him down. Full auto there would have been no good. That range is far too far for most of the assault guns. Perhaps the A94 and the M16 can get away with it if you burst it a little bit slower, but still fairly quickly. And you get taken out by the Rambo. That was a full auto burst. That's probably the furthest range. And in this encounter here, I thought I was going to win it. Put a few shots into him with the 1911, but died. So back to that, when I went full auto, that's probably the furthest distance that I would go full auto with the AEK. Waiting for the red dot sight, which improves my game at the longer range, and with a red dot sight these guns become a little bit more usable at range. Obviously you can burst them, you can be on target when you burst, so you have the iron sight's fairly good in this one, but yeah, if you're on target and you're bursting a long range, you're obviously going to kill more people. And with the iron sights it can jump around just a little bit more and you miss the target. People have asked why I don't use the ACOG. I think the ACOG on some guns, if you're going to lightly burst it, it's fine, but you can counter snipe with a red dot sight. So why would you want to eliminate some of your peripheral vision when you're aiming down sight? That's my take on it. So the red dot sight gives you more vision when you're aiming down sight. It doesn't jump as much. It has just as good range as the ACOG, and if you're going to use the ACOG for long distance shooting, then you may as well be sniping. So yeah, red dot's it for me. I think it's probably the best sight attachment to put on a gun. When I do run the iron sights, I sometimes throw on lightweight, and yeah, I mean there's a couple of options you can use here. Obviously, well, if I have the inclination to keep recording a few games starting from scratch here just so I get something to level up, you'll see how I use them as I go through the ranks. But when it comes down to it, in the end, Magnum ammo seems to be the best for the second perk. For me, I like the red dot sight as the first because it opens up my medium to long range game, and for the third I swap that around depending on what I need. There's one bad example of what happens with the AEK. I have no idea why this guy's not dying. I might rewind that myself and check it out, but it looked like I put 6 or 7 shots into him, maybe even a couple with a 9 and 11, and I still couldn't finish them off. When my teammate's shooting like that, I also take note of which direction they're facing on the minimap if I don't have a direct line of sight to them. There I saw where he was facing, so I know where the action's coming from. Also listening to the communication, and that allows me to flank the person who was shooting at him, which I think is the person I just took out there. So we've almost done it. One more kill. And that's it. So just to finish that off, it was a 13-7, and until next time, see ya.